one. I walk in like a bird, cold look, clear aim. You wanna smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write. Yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I don't just a crowd, I let them come. I stare here hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. My eye cries when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I don't bend, I don't break, I don't flinch, I don't fake. Every shot you throw just feeds my pace. Every lie you spit, I put back in your face. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains.
Shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to around the states to across the pond. Salute. You now rocking with your guy, RFD, aka Ray from Dallas. And I want to say, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the beautiful women, Pretty Cookie, Lacey, Charlie, Growth. Salute to all you beautiful ladies. Catherine, salute. Salute to all of y'all. Man, hold up, man. Y'all heard that new banger. I'm not the one. I'm the right one. I'm not the one. I'm the right one. Oh, Pretty Cookie, you so freaking amazing and awesome and all that and some to the infinity. Oh my God. Tell I wanted some boy secret. Man, hold up. Appreciate that. I'm not the one, I'm the right one, boy. That's some real shit today. Because, you know, it was real out there today, y'all. I got to give myself a big old hand clap. I hope everybody give me a big old hand clap. Going to cover my first trials and deals. Hold on, let me turn up for my damn self for that.
I ain't never represented, baby.
salute to all y'all and to my goddamn self, right? Being able to go out there, that was such a great moment, right? And I say that to everybody because when you get in the field, right, and you say like if you really trying to do this, you don't just talk about it, you do it, right? And thank you very much. Pretty cool, Charlie and all y'all. You don't just talk about it, you do it, right? Luckily I had a case here, right in my hand, and this happened way before. This happened before I knew about the go. Hello, did it? Yeah, this happened in April last year. 25. I wasn't on the scene yet. So I had already knew about this case, and it's a big deal around here where I'm from, right? So, man, boy, the adrenaline rush. Like, I got to understand this. Like, when I first went into boxing, I was green, right? Even though I'm a talker, I was green, right? So, you got the, basically to go through your trials and tribulations, right? Of not only talking to people, but knowing how to keep a conversation and making sure you're in depth in the conversation and making sure you're totally unbiased, right? So it was different today because I had, all the other qualities. It's just going into this new setting, right? Getting my turtle boy on this. But shout out to the GOAT, right? Because shout out to the OG too, right? Like real talk. Shout out to them too, for sure, right? Because I see them do it. And, it's just so inspiring. So what better two gentlemen, to look up to when it comes to that field because they done been there and done it. And we know that the GOAT, definitely he a 3-time award-winning journalist. So we know his resume is longer, but what I'm saying is the OG do it, and the OG is sensation. They're doing it too. I was just watching Attorney Larry Foreman today on Everything I Love, and this one they was and y'all know I ain't lying, right? Because I'm speaking on the OG. If you go look at the part, because that's when the OG was in court when Alan Jackson was on Bukkake ass, right? And I seen the OG sitting next to Karen parents. So that's just crazy, boy. This is she just come back. I'm talking about the OG I see him today, so that's why it makes sense. Now, after closing arguments tomorrow, the fate of this case rests with 12 jurors. Let's take this walk. But before we take this walk, y'all, before we do, I need y'all to like, share, and subscribe for me, right? And let me play this new banger. I'm not the one. I'm the right one to give y'all a chance. Let me get them algorithms and them up.
I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm the right one, yeah. 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 I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walk in like a bird, cold look, clear aim. You want to smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one.
Appreciate that, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all 60 seconds because you know that's gonna get played a lot. Oh my God. I come to clap my hands. I come to stomp my feet. I come to shout for joy. I don't know what you come to do, but it's how happy I am. And that song right there is just everything about me. See, that's the talent in Pretty Cookie. She could take who you is, and she could bring you. I'm not the one. I'm the right one. Y'all know I said I'm not the one. I'm the right. But this woman is freaking cold. God damn. That's a gift, y'all. Man, shout out to TJ dot bitch underscore. What's poppin'? Yeah. Like I stated, y'all, that listen. Shout out to the beautiful Catherine in the building, right? Love you to death, right? This. All right, so before I get into that, let me talk to y'all real quick. Let me give y'all my monologue. So closing arguments are starting. And this is the point where everything in this case stops being about storytelling and becomes about judgment. No more witnesses, no more explanations, no more do-overs. Just two sides standing in front of a jury trying to define what they believe the truth actually is in a case involving Karmelo Anthony and God rest his soul, Austin Metcalf. And let's be clear, both sides are walking into this with full conviction. Both sides believe that they, so they walking in with full conviction. Take that, right? One side is going to stand firm and argue that the evidence leads to accountability. That what happened cannot be brushed aside, the prosecution. That the fact, when laid out together, point in a direction that the jury cannot ignore, right? Meaning, we know that Karmelo Anthony did do that, right? So that's just something they can't ignore. Now, the other side is going to push just as hard that the picture is incomplete, that assumptions filled the gaps where certainty did not exist, that the law does not allow guesses, it demands proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's where this gets real. Because this is not a debate anymore. This is not public opinion. This is not social media reaction. This is the law, right? And the law does not operate on emotions. It operates on standard, beyond a reasonable doubt. And being at that courtroom are two families who have already lost something they can never get back. One family is looking for justice. They believe it's undeniable. The other is fighting to make sure that a life is not defined by pressure, interpretation, or assumptions instead of evidence. Shout out to the beautiful Jordan in the building. And no matter what side anyone believes in, one truth remains. Both of these families are human. Both of these families are carrying pain. And both families will live with the outcome forever. Now, the jury is being asked to do something extremely difficult, right? To ignore everything outside that courtroom. To ignore noise. to ignore pressure, and to focus only on what was actually proven inside it. Because once closing arguments are finished, everything locks in, ladies and gentlemen. The case stops evolving, the narrative ends, right? And 12 jurors are left with a decision that will permanently shape two family lives in completely different directions. And there is no version of this where everyone walks away whole. That's the reality of cases like this. And that's why what happens next matters more than anything that has happened before. And that's real. And then what I want to do is I want to say, shout out to Justin Tube Socks in the building. Damn! Ray's been down. They's back in the building. Hold up. Salute to everybody. I want to say this. I want to send my condolences, as always, to the Metcalf family. You know, and I pray for them. Right? I want to pray for the Anthony family. Right? Because their son life is hanging in the rear. And, you know, it's a sad situation, right, on both ends. I want everybody to know I love y'all to death, right? And I love the fact, man, I missed you too, Justin Tube Socks, man. I remember Justin Tube Socks, right? Now I want everybody to know this is a sensitive case, right? A sensitive case. And it's a case where you have to make a decision, right? And not just the jury, but what we believe. We see the greats do it all the time. From Melanie Little to the GOAT to Broken Baker to OG to Adriel Burkhardt to Defensive Diaries to what's my man's name? Ronkel. To everybody. Right? To Nurse Kim and everybody. Right? Jessica, everybody. Right? But the one thing is that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you have the right to look at a case for what it is. And you have the right to come up with your own decision, whether you agree with it or not. That's neither here or there for anybody else to tell you how you feel about this case, right? That's neither here or there, right? And today, oh man, today was a sight to see, right? Because, you know, the case just started last Thursday, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days, then Monday, capiche, hasta la vista, baby, right? So I'm going in thinking, okay, you know, I'm finna have, you know, defense finna run out at least 3 days, right? But it ended quickly, right? And it ended quickly, not, you know, people could be surprised, but it ended quickly because they felt like they did enough. Y'all give me 1 second. And we know that's how cases go. You feel like you did enough? If you feel like you did enough, right, you rest your case. You got to live with that consequence. Right? But it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all, to this case. Because in one sense, we'll be like, oh, okay, Karmelo didn't testify. But one thing I learned about cases, right, and one thing I understand, it's not, he don't have to testify, right? They have to prove him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And if any defendant lawyer feels that they have to get on that stand, then they'll put him on that stand. So they've been knowing about this decision. But I'm telling y'all, the other shocker is Hunter Metcalf, right? He didn't testify. And that's the brother. I'm not as much as shocked with Karmelo not testifying. I'm more shocked with the brother not testifying. Man, I'm so glad you called me two dozen two socks. Because the brother, that's not only his twin, right? He was right there. See, the prosecution, and what I'm learning, it's their job to come out and steamroll, right? It's their job to come out and steamroll, put all their evidence out, right? That's their job. That's what they got to do. Put all the evidence out, prove that this case, and prove that you have proven this case beyond a reasonable doubt. Yeah, closing arguments matter with the prosecution, right? But with the defense, right, you do what you need to do, right? And in closing arguments, you could throw other things in there, right? Because one thing I learned about closing arguments for a defense, right? But not so much with the prosecution, but with the defense. You can't push the envelope on something in the trial so much when it's obvious, right? You wait and see. Point blank example. When Alan Jackson said, and you even see, they didn't even bring in their lead detective, right, to testify. You didn't hear him say that until closing arguments. They heard about him in that second trial a lot, but did they see him? No. And that's the same thing I think about when I think about Hunter Metcalf. He was real instrumental to me with this case, right? You the brother? Yeah, I seen that just in two shots. But you know, they do that to everybody. They do that to everybody. They do that to everybody. Right? Everybody get pictures made of them that look certain type of ways on the internet. Everybody. Especially if it's a case like this, right? And going into this case, right? You may think, you will see something and you'll feel a certain type of way. So what I want to do, shout out to AV the 7 Power. I know when she came on the GOAT show, right? When the GOAT had when she had the GOAT on his show, it didn't go well. But I like it. She good at what she do. She just came on that interview and she wasn't prepared. So I want to this real quick where she's just gonna go over the testimony. I got it on speed, so it's gonna go real quick. We got a couple of clips. Then I want to bring y'all onto some information that probably ain't a lot of y'all heard about, right? And this is what I think the defense is gonna bring up in closing arguments. But let's get to these real quick, and then we're gonna go to that. We got a lot, y'all. I promise it's gonna be good. If y'all up, please tune in. If y'all get sleepy, hey, good night. And I'll see you soon.
Why? For the first time, we are hearing from a state witness to the fatally stabbing of Austin Metcalf. He was there to run the race, so this sounds like another student. He described the scene as he was arriving at the stadium and who was there. He entered the Memorial High tent and says that he saw Karmelo inside. He testified that Karmelo was hanging out in the tent. I remember people confronting Karmelo and saying, "You shouldn't be here. You probably should leave our tent." I also said, "You should leave." Prosecutor, was it aggressive? I don't think so. I remember it getting more aggressive. I remember Karmelo refusing to leave and Austin saying, "You need to leave," and Karmelo saying, "Touch me and find out." Austin's track teammate says Karmelo was asked to leave about 15 times. Prosecutor, did anyone try to gang up on him? No, sir. Prosecutor, how long did this go on? Roughly 2 minutes. Prosecutor, was Karmelo angry? Yes, sir. Prosecutor, was Austin angry? Yes, sir. Karmelo started refusing to leave. Prosecutor, who was provoking? Karmelo. Austin leans in to push him and Karmelo stabs him. Karmelo had his hands inside a backpack and we all thought it was a bluff. He says he and others didn't believe Karmelo would do anything because they live in a safe community. Austin fell down in the bleachers onto his back and he got up. He lifted up his shirt where his chest was all bloody and he said, "I think I got stabbed." Prosecutor, did he say anything? I think he said, "Oh my God." Prosecutor asking about Austin shoving Karmelo. I wouldn't say it was a light shove or a hard shove. I would say it was more of an in-between. Was Hunter involved in any of this? Answer, no. Witness recreates the movements before the fatal stabbing with defense attorney Toby Shook. He says Karmelo was seated with his backpack in his lap and his hand inside. Austin approaches and is right in front of him. Witness says Austin leans in and pushes Anthony by placing 2 hands on Anthony's shoulders. Anthony pulls a knife out of his backpack, gets up, pushes Austin while at the same time stabbing him in the chest. Austin falls back down on the bleachers. Tensions are running.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Cat when she said, Jordan and I just fall asleep at the crib. Shout out to Justin Tube Socks. I love all the real ones in Boston. And I love you too, Justin Tube. I love all the real ones all over the world. Let me turn up with that gangster shit for you. Yeah, look, I seen the GOAT show the other night, right? Who would bust out loud show at night work? He said, yeah, he don't like watching the OG show, right? And they be sitting in them super and they oh, tell us how you really feel, GOAT. Oh man, that was so funny. That was so funny, man. Shout out to the OG, shout out to the GOAT, man. Look, let's get through this. I want y'all to hear this testimony, but remember, I'm gonna tell you, listen to the moral of the story. They say you ain't supposed to be here. They say you put your hands on them. Y'all got to look at that.
June 6th. This looks like it went into Saturday. JD Miles reports more current and former high school students are taking the stand today in the Karmelo murder trial as a judge orders testimony on Saturday. But here, some of the back and forth Q&A with prosecutors and defense attorneys with those students.
Start it up in a minute. The general, hold up. He's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn up for the general. God damn it. Well, hold up. Let me turn up for my dog, the general MC. Let's turn up with that gangsters for the general. Yeah. Man, shout out to the general, man. One of the best in the business on her, on this YouTube shit, and his presence is felt. Shout out to the beautiful Helen Keller in the building. Hold up, let me turn up for you. Let me turn up for everybody, goddammit. I ain't never represent, baby. You do not wrong, I can clean up good for you. Oh, I know right from wrong, 'cause I wanna make it. Man, shout out to all y'all, man. Like I said, the general, man, he one of the best in the business. Like, serious. I'm telling y'all, boy, his ad lib, his humor, his intelligence, his ferociousness. But y'all gotta understand, I love all of that. But see, I like to laugh too, right? So when the general he playing the video and he acting like he in third character talking to him. Oh my, who does it better? Nobody. Man, shout out to the general, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Let's get to this next clip.
June 6th. This looks like it went into Saturday. JD Miles reports more current and former high school students are taking the stand today in the Karmelo murder trial as a judge orders testimony on Saturday. But here, some of the back and forth Q&A with prosecutors and defense attorneys with those students. Prosecutor says, was there any reason you saw for Karmelo Anthony to stab Austin? Witness, no. Was Karmelo acting in self-defense? Witness, no. That's lethal force against non-legal force. I would have objected. Defense attorney says, did you see Karmelo before? Witness, I don't remember. Defense attorney, do you remember telling Detective Hunter popped in and defended Austin? Witness, yes. Defense attorney, do you remember your written statement saying Austin put his hand on his shoulder to intimidate? Witness, yes. More of a warning. Actions speak louder than words. Defense attorney, bigger build, Austin? Witness, yes. More broad. Defense attorney, he could look intimidating from his size, referring to Austin. Witness, sure, yes. Continuing on, another witness takes the stand. The 16-year-old boy who was a freshman at the time of the stabbing. He plays football and track. He helped set up the tent. Prosecutor, did you see anyone who didn't belong in the tent? Witness, he was from Centennial High School. We told him to leave multiple times. Prosecutor, is the expectation that other teams stay out of your tent? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, when you tell him to leave, what does he do? Witness, he doesn't leave. He gets angry and tries to provoke us, saying, make me leave. Prosecutor, was Austin or Karmelo instigating? Witness, Karmelo. Defense attorney, when Austin decided to push him out, how did he get to him? Witness, he walked over to him. Defense attorney, was Karmelo sitting down? Witness, I think so. Defense attorney, did he grab or push him? Witness, he pushed him on the shoulder area with both hands. Prosecutor, what happens next? Witness, Austin tries to force him out because we didn't have any other choice. Prosecutor, did Karmelo have his hand in his backpack? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, describe the push from Austin. Witness, a little push. Prosecutor, Austin meant a lot to you? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, have you been in counseling? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, it was Karmelo Anthony being stubborn, provoking. Witness, yes. Prosecutor, was it self-defense or murder? Witness, this was murder. Defense attorney, when it was raining, it was okay for him to be in the tent. Witness, yes. Defense attorney, once it stopped raining, he was asked to leave. Witness, yes. Shook is showing cardboard cutout of the layout. Witness is saying where everyone was. Defense attorney, did he talk about what was in the backpack? Witness, he said there was something in there. Defense attorney, he said Eddie called Karmelo Mello. Witness, yes. Next up, we have another witness, a 16-year-old boy who has taken the stand, and he had just come onto the memorial track before the district meet. Prosecutor, did you become aware of someone not on the team in your tent? Witness, yes, he sat next to me. Prosecutor, did this worry you, bother you, or seem kind of normal? Witness, it was kind of strange because everyone is supposed to be in their home tent. Prosecutor, what did Karmelo say? Witness, he said he wasn't leaving and says a profanity. Prosecutor, what did Karmelo do? Witness, he was starting to become more aggressive. Prosecutor, what does he say next? Witness, F you all, I'm not going to leave. You're a bunch of P words. Prosecutor, did Austin take the lead? Witness, yes. Karmelo put his hand in his bag and said 5 times, touch me and see what happens. Austin says he's not going to touch this guy. He was calm. Prosecutor, what did you see during the stabbing? Witness, you saw one big hole and blood coming from his upper body. Prosecutor, at some point, did you decide to unfreeze and do something? Witness, yes, he had a knife. So we ran to the left side of the field. I heard Xavier say, Austin looks dead. Next, another student after.
I mean, because it's reasonable doubt. That don't mean what I had to learn from the school of MOS in lawyering. If there's a mean motive and opportunity, that outweighs, even if it is a little reasonable doubt, or even if we do think the witness don't have no credibility. Boy, that was a lesson learned for me. That was, y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Okay. So did y'all? So So what I learned is, Donovan, what's popping? So y'all didn't just hear what I said, huh? Damn. But like I said, what I learned is, the means, motive, and opportunity, basically, right? It can outweigh, even if you can see a reasonable doubt, it could outweigh that. So that's what I learned. Now, as we see in this right here, the bunch of the witness prosecutors, you got to know this was only 4 days, right? So you hear conflicting statements, right? Because they was all right there. You hear conflicting statements throughout all these young men's testimony, right? And it's certain words. Get out of here. I'm not going nowhere. None of all y'all p words. Pudussies. That's what they said. And I didn't hear nobody else say that. And that's what's. And then people is given. It's conflict because if a story is a story, right? It has to weigh, right? But one thing we do know, let's not get this twisted. Karmelo did stab Austin. So I don't want y'all to get away from that. Do not get away from that, right? But we also have to look at one thing you're hearing all these young men say is, he put his hands on him. He told him to get out. Whoop-de-whoop this, whoop-de-whoop that. So you have to look at that too. Let's continue.
Austin looks dead. Next, another student athlete. He knew Karmelo and Austin. Prosecutor, what did you notice in the tent? Witness, Karmelo was there. I dapped him up. Prosecutor, did you talk? Witness just said hi. Prosecutor, did you think it was weird that he was in that tent? Witness, yes, because the teams are supposed to be at their own tent. Prosecutor, you can call him Mello? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, after you stopped talking to him, did you see any other teammates talk to him? Witness, yeah. Austin said, who are you? Prosecutor, what did you see? Witness, Karmelo gets mad. He's told to get mad and he's told to get out of the tent. Prosecutor, once he gets mad, what happens? Witness, he says, you're not going to move me. You're a B word. Prosecutor, was Austin starting to get mad? Witness, he was starting to get defensive. Someone we didn't know was in the tent. He's always leading. He's always protecting us. Prosecutor, after that, witness, Karmelo said, if you have to move me. Austin put his hand on his back. Witness, Karmelo said, you'll have to move me. Austin put his hand on his back. I saw Karmelo's hand go into the backpack. We're at a track meet. I wouldn't expect anything to be there. Karmelo says, touch me. You'll have to move me and find out. Trying to provoke him. Prosecutor, then what happens? Witness, Austin puts his hands on him and falls back. Prosecutor, how was Austin trying to move him? Witness, he was trying to move him off his seat. A soft shove. Prosecutor, what did Austin do? Witness, I saw a hole in his chest and blood. He starts screaming for help. Prosecutor, when this is going on, who's standing? Witness, before the stab, Austin was the one standing. Prosecutor, did any kids from Memorial try to gang up on Karmelo? Witness, no. Prosecutor, you're expecting at most a fist fight? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, you didn't think anything was going to happen? Witness, no. Prosecutor, after Austin falls, where does Hunter go? Witness, Hunter went to help him get up, and that's when Austin pulled up his shirt and started screaming. Prosecutor, you thought the stab was a shove? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, what did you see? Witness, I saw the coach take off his sweatshirt. Austin fell down and looked unconscious. Prosecutor, after the stabbing, where did Karmelo go? Witness, I saw him run up to the bleachers. Prosecutor, the coach heard you saying, that was my brother, about Austin. Witness, yes, sir. Okay, after some...
Listen to that. Like I said, this is a sad story, but like I said, you have to go through stories like this, and that's one thing I had to understand. I gotta understand, like when I watch boxers I like, it's not like death, but if you see somebody lose, you just put in that same meaning. Now on here, right? You keep hearing everybody saying, "Oh, he told him to leave," right? You hear that? He said, "Oh, Austin was trying to push him off the." Sure, well, you trying to push him, and somebody say trying to touch him. Somebody say that he did this. Like I'm trying to, that it's conflicting, right? And that's something as a jury you have to pay attention to, because if all of these guys was right there, right, you're gonna know that. And one of the guys who were testifying, they said they didn't know him. Or he didn't know nobody. He was in there sitting by a fella who he was real cool with, and the dude said he barely knew him, but they brought out a bunch of pictures of them in his house, all over, right? So it got testy. Let's continue.
On Saturday, the state just rested its case in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial, calling 21 witnesses. Defense moves to directed verdict, claiming the state did not make its case. Prosecutor says it did, which is pretty standard. Judge denies the motion. Judge orders a recess of 10 minutes. This was the state's last witness in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial, the medical examiner who conducted the autopsy. Chief medical examiner for Collin County, Dr. Elizabeth Ventura, she says has done thousands of autopsy and has done internal and external examination, sectioning off organs. This came as a suspected homicide requiring a more in-depth autopsy. She performed Austin's autopsy the day after his death. He was 213 pounds, 73 inches, which translates to 6'1". His body was received in a hospital gown. Hands and feet were covered in bags. He had a stab wound on the left side of his chest. It penetrated the heart. The heart was removed. The stab wound gave a measurement of 2 inches, gaping in length. The classification is gaping because it broke the fibrosis tissue and pulled it apart instead of a slit. The path of the wound went completely through the heart. They are showing 4 pictures just to the jury. They are stab wound to the chest, a close-up image of the gaping oval-shaped wound. The last 2 are of the heart after it was removed. Several jurors looked emotional and putting a hand over their mouths. Prosecutor, is the wound survivable? Witness, no. Prosecutor, did you find signs of internal bleeding? Witness, yes. The prosecutor is showing a duplicate of the knife used in the stabbing. Prosecutor, is a knife like this considered a deadly weapon in Texas? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, what was the cause and manner of death? Witness, the result of a stab wound to the chest. The manner is homicide. Defense attorney, in the report and in the drawing, you list the wound as being obliquely oriented. Witness, yes, it's giving a description of the wound was at that angle. Defense attorney, closer to horizontal. Witness, yes. Defense attorney, an exact depth of 2.5 inches. Witness, yes. Defense attorney, do you have any way of establishing force used? Witness, no. Defense attorney, would it be consistent if the victim was standing over the person stabbing, let's say in a bleacher? Witness, it can cause an angle going from front to back. There are many possibilities because the body is in constant motion. That can be consistent. The prosecutor says there's a lot of danger in reenactments like the defense just did. Prosecutor, it's easy to construct a finding that fits what you want. Witness, yes. Prosecutor, I don't want the jury to think Austin impaled himself on Karmelo's knife. It's just probable, right? Witness, yes. Prosecutor, it's dangerous to make those kinds of assumptions. Witness, yes. Prosecutor, can you explain what a defensive wound is? Witness, it's typically on the hands or forearms. Prosecutor, did you find any defensive wounds on Austin? Witness, no. Now we switch over to the first defense witness in the Karmelo.
Now, as you can see, they say it was gaping, horizontal form, right? You see the prosecution was busting the medical examiner down on that. And you hear the defense attorney come back, say, well, could it be like that because of someone standing over somebody? And she said, yes, right? She said, yes. And the prosecutor came back, you're not in saying that Austin was leaping over him. She said no. So that's how quick the state ended. They started Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They were done. The key element in this case, y'all, in the prosecution case, Hunter didn't take the stand. The brother, he didn't take the stand at all, right? It's a reason for that. Why he didn't take the stand at all, right? It's because he had 2 conflicting stories, right? And even though I think that's bad, the prosecution didn't put him on there, but certain witnesses are necessary not to put on the stand. All right. Because it was so many things said about him being right there, and he said other things, right? And this was, in my opinion, the right decision for the prosecution not to do it. I agree wholeheartedly, right? That's with me if I'm a prosecutor. I agree that, but what is the jury gonna think? I look at that side too. But me as a prosecutor, I wholeheartedly agree with them not putting Hunter up there because, a lot of the stories that were said and the holes, the defense would have, so I think, yeah, yeah, and Jordan, you 100% correct, right? That's a it's a hell of a point, right? But as with this great country stand on, and I get it, it's a tough job, but somebody got to do it, and oh yeah, Catherine, yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all. This right here. And we're going to get to that. Just remember I said that. Let me get through the rest of these clips. Now the defense is from the car. They didn't have nothing but a couple of people. Shout out to the beautiful Lori Marie in the building. The defense didn't have nothing but a couple of people, right? Right? So they went real quick. Boy, I'm so happy I went today. I couldn't get in court, but boy, outside was what it was, man. Oh, love. Boy, it was going down in the D. You heard me? Let me get to this next clip.
To the first defense witness in the Karmelo Anthony trial is his former Centennial High track coach. Defense attorney Mike Howard calls Adam Linwood, football and track coach at Centennial High School. Defense: how is track different from football? Witness: it's more of a player-driven sport. Defense: is track more relaxed and leads to mingling than football? Witness: yes. Defense: are you aware of any policy of players not being allowed to go into other teams' tents? Witness: no. The kids would mingle and meet each other and make new friends. Defense: everyone who knew Karmelo called him Mello. Witness: yes. Defense is now referring to Karmelo as Mello. He is showing a defense exhibit of a plaque that lists all football captains of each year, shows Karmelo's name. Coach says captains are chosen by other players, was a starting defensive back in 2024. Defense: why did his season end early? Witness: he suffered a significant shoulder injury that needed surgery. Defense: he wore his arm in a sling for a while. Witness: yes. Defense: I'd like to turn to track for Karmelo. The jury has heard about the Little Elm track meet in March, the Lowell Invitational. Did he participate in events? Witness: yes. Now talking about the April 2nd track meet at the stadium. Defense: was a tent already in your bus that day, the morning bus? Witness: no. Defense: Mello needed to be there in the morning for his event? Witness: yes. Prosecutor: this is now on cross. When was the last time you talked to Karmelo? Witness: the day of the event. You're aware there's no weapons allowed at track meets? Witness: yes. I imagine you don't approve of your athletes stabbing other athletes in the chest? Witness: no. Prosecutor: it should happen that one of your athletes end up in another team's tent? Witness: yes, sir. Prosecutor: is there any reason an athlete should have a knife at a track meet? Showing the knife replica. Witness: no. Prosecutor: you would expect someone asked to leave a tent to comply? Witness: yes. More defense witnesses testified during.
Great cross. Great cross by the prosecution. But it was also a great cross by the defense. Let me start with the defense because it was with them first. They showed that he actually had means, motive, and opportunity to be there because he was doing events, right? So that was perfect for the defense, right? But the prosecution came back in on cross and the knife. It's illegal to have a knife in school. That's what they said. Should a child have a knife at a school? No. And that was phenomenal, right? But that's why I say closing arguments. It's gonna be something else because it's not illegal to have a knife. And it wasn't a knife, it was like a clever, like a something they said, like a little something, whatever it's called. It's not illegal, right? So prosecution hit hard, right? But when they said illegal, That was tough. Let's go to the next clip.
Defense witnesses testified during the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. Witness number 18 has a twin brother, fraternal, graduated from Centennial High, played football 4 years and track 3 years. Defense, did you know Karmelo Anthony? Would you know him as? Yes, we know him. Call him Melo. Defense, how would you describe your relationship? Witness, I'd say we were friends. We hung out. Defense, how is track different from a football game? Witness, there's way more people and you can walk around. Defense, a part of the track is making friends. Would you agree with that? Did you have any friends from other teams? Witness, yes. Did you spend time under other teams' tents? Yes. Did you see other kids doing the same? Yes, sir. Did you ever have a problem doing that where you were told you shouldn't be doing that? Witness, no, sir. Would you sometimes sit and have a conversation? Would you spend more time in the tent? I'd spend some time. Have you ever been to the memorial tent before? Yes. Was it a hi and leave or spend time and hang out? We'd spend time hanging out. Was it just you? Me and Karmelo. We both had friends at memorial. How much time did you spend? About 10 minutes. Were there any problems with that? No. There is no need for a knife at a track meet. No. This is the prosecutor now in cross. As far as you know, Frisco's policy of not having a knife at a track meet has never been violated. It hasn't. Okay, that brings us to Monday today. Mr. J.D. Miles has more defense witnesses expected today in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. I am one of the few reporters allowed inside the courtroom and will update you with testimony as it happens. The courtroom is full and we are waiting for the judge and jury to enter. Prosecutors just motioned to the Metcalf parents to follow outside the courtroom to discuss something.
So, as you see that, they were saying, about the knife and whoop-de-whoop and this and that. It was a balance right there with the prosecution and the defense. This is my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, we got to go look at the great and beautiful Queen Melanie Little, the beautiful Andrea Burkhardt, the beautiful lawyer Lee. Who I'm missing, like the lawyer. We got to go talk to them. Emily Baker, beautiful Emily Baker. I'm not a lawyer, but I thought that was balance right there on each side. Right? And thank you, Lori, so much for that. Let's continue.
53 minutes ago, first defense witnesses in the Karmelo Anthony murder trial. A 17-year-old Centennial High School student, football and track teammate of Karmelo, says Karmelo was acting normal in the stadium when their team arrived and sat in the bleachers. Defense, would you agree with me that at a football game, it's more of an our team versus our culture? Witness, no, sir. What about track? Is it more social? Witness, I would agree. Defense, what would you do to pass time? Witness, scroll on my phone, get food. What about spending time under other teams' tents? I don't think I've ever done it, but it never crossed my mind like that. Have you ever seen other kids who have done that? Witness, I can't put my finger on a time when I noticed it. Witness testifies that the Centennial team was hanging out in the baseball dugout while waiting to determine if there was a rain delay to start the track meet. They had to leave and they didn't have a tent. He says they went out on the field to warm up. Defense, what happens when you go out on the field and start to warm up? Witness, the rain had almost died down and full stop and it started to pick up again. He says the team dispersed and that Karmelo headed to the bleachers. Defense, what made you notice him in the bleachers? Witness, I was just looking around and I saw someone I recognized. He said he saw Anthony at the Memorial High School tent and it looked crowded underneath. Defense, describe what is happening. Witness, everything looked completely normal. Defense, describe to the jury what you saw and what you thought. Witness, I had looked up and when I looked up, I heard a sound like a lot of yelling. I heard louder voices over there and I looked up and there were a lot of people facing the field. And when I looked up over there, people weren't facing the field anymore and they were looking back. Defense, do you remember telling the detective my teammate might be in trouble and maybe I need to go and help him? Witness, yes, sir. I thought there could be something wrong and I wanted my teammates to see it too. 20 minutes ago, more testimony from the first witness on cross-examination. Defense, what did you see when you first noticed that something was wrong? I saw the arms go out and I saw arms make contact with Karmelo. Can you see how much contact is being made with Melo? No, sir. What was concerning you at that point? Was that concerning to you at that point? Yes. You weren't sure that this is a fight, but you were concerned it could be a fight. Yes, sir. I was running through all the possibilities of it, where this is a friend or not. What did you think next? It got super loud and people started standing up and were like, what happened? So did you not see the stab or moments before that? No. Is Melo seated? No, sir. What happened next? What I saw was Austin pulling up his shirt saying he got stabbed. Do you see Melo at some point, what he was doing? Witness, kind of like a light jog to the right of the bleachers. Did you see him when it stopped? He is crying and there is a coach kind of comforting him. I'd say he was distraught is the best way to just describe it. Did it look like a put on? I'd say everything was going very, very real. You could hear him crying. Yes, I heard him saying, I told him not to touch me. Defense, how was he? Distraught? Yes, very distraught. Defense, you didn't see large parts of what happened under the tent. Is that fair to say? Yes, sir. All right, cross-examination. Prosecutor, you had a few things wrong when we talked back in April this year, right? Yes, sir. Your initial statement to the police is that you saw Karmelo surrounding, so it had to be after the stabbing. Yes. Prosecution, you had a story in your head when we visited, correct? Yes. And when you saw the video, your eyes were open to what actually happened. Is that right? Yes. My impression is when we first met is that you thought you saw people surrounding Karmelo Anthony. It was before the stabbing. Yes, sir. Was it actually after the stabbing? I really couldn't tell. When you and I met, you told me you thought it was before the stabbing. I thought it was as the stabbing was happening. You know you're wrong. Yes, sir. Prosecutors show a video showing the witness on surveillance from the stadium that revealed the witness was on the field, not looking at the Memorial High School tent at the time of the stabbing. Have you learned how your mind can play tricks on you? Oh, shit. Yes, sir. You don't have a knife on you? No, sir. Have you ever been under another team's tent? No, sir. Have you ever been under another team's tent and they asked you to leave? Would you? Yes, sir. Redirect. Defense. I think you described people in a U shape around Melo. Witness. Yes, sir. This is as of 20 minutes ago. Next, we have a police officer on the defense side.
Now, I thought that was great by both sides again. I think it was extremely great by the prosecution pointing out that you know the inconsistency of the defense witness, right? But it was also great of the defense pointing out, you know, how track and field is a culture, right? And he didn't know, he said he didn't do it, but like people like the beautiful Kayla. She was explaining that, you know, we used to go hang out under all other people's school stuff too. So if people understand that is true, because somebody else don't do it, you don't do it. So the way the defense put that out there, that was great. But also the way the prosecution caught the inconsistency in his testimony about him seeing after, not right when it was happening. That was also great. This is the last clip on that, then it's going to be good, y'all.
Next, we have a police officer on the defense side. This is interesting. Frisco police officer Riley is the next witness on the defense in the crimes against children unit. He was called out to the stadium the day of the stabbing. He interviewed some of the witnesses on the field house near the football field. One of the witnesses was a track athlete who knew Melo and talked to him under the tent. He reviewed the cell phone of the student to check his camera roll and text messages and Snapchat account. Defense. Did the examination take 20 to 30 minutes to try to find something interesting or relevant? Witness. I would describe the consent-based search as being thorough. Defense attorney is getting officer to confirm that the knife was legal to carry in Texas and into stadiums. Defense, it would surprise you if school had policies against such things. Witness, no, it would not. Witness was excused.
Now that y'all heard that in Texas, it's legal. You know, that what he had was like 3 inches in Texas. If it's over 5.5 inches, you can't carry it, right? I'm not saying to the fact that he had it, right? But in Texas, it's not illegal to carry that little clever, whatever it's called, what he had, right? So I thought that was great. I thought it was also great. Well, the prosecution said, you wouldn't advise nobody to have no knife in school. And the police officer said no. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a big bomb that got dropped, you know, because throughout this whole case, they were saying it was illegal, and it wasn't. But we have to look at what the fact is. Karmelo Anthony did stab him. And he is now deceased. God rest his soul, right? That's the truth. We have to get that out the way. Everybody already know and understand it. That's the truth. Now, it was up to the prosecution, right? It was up to them to make it beyond a reasonable doubt, all right? And I think the prosecution did real well, right? I also think the defense did real well as well, right? Even with the few people they called to the stand. People look at like, oh, they arrested, Karmelo did get called to the stand, but as we know, you have to. It has to really be necessary to put a defendant on the stand when he's facing first-degree M charges. It's just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. right? But it's tough, right? Now, it's a lot of things that I don't know when the verdict is. I know they're going to do the closing arguments tomorrow. I say closing arguments, and then trial going to be in jury hands. No winners, only justice. The truth matters more than race, and Texas laws apply, right? Facts over feelings, right? Now, it's a lot of things that we didn't, that the prosecution didn't bring up, right? That's been circling around. I don't know if y'all heard of some of these things. I don't know if y'all heard some of these things, right? That happened. But and Donovan, I'm gonna get to that a little later. But I got to let y'all see this first, right? And then I'm gonna because it's tough now. Y'all finna hear some of the things, right, that you didn't hear the prosecution say. Shout out to Peaches in the building. Y'all gonna hear some of the things that y'all didn't hear the prosecution say in the trial. Y'all gonna, and y'all know who Charleston White is, right? He don't give a damn who you are, what color you is, right? So let's get to it, because a lot of people been knowing this information. It's just, we was wondering if the prosecution was going to bring it up, right? It's not up to the defense. That's why I say closing arguments really mean something. Let's continue.
Now run the tape.
You know why Hunter's not taking the stand? He's not going to pass cross-examination. The reason Hunter's not going to take the stand, and from what I hear, the dad's bought a new truck, the mom's got a new 8-bedroom house. The dad, there's already text messages about the dad bragging on going on European tours. Used to beat those boys' mom. And I'm going to tell you why they're not bringing up the fact that these both guys knew jiu-jitsu. We're not even going to worry about them not bringing it up. We don't have to bring up the fact that Austin knows jiu-jitsu, trained since he was a kid. We'll wait to the closing arguments to do that. We won't bring up the fact that Austin and Hunter both kicked their dad's ass. He's a little short guy, they're big guys. These are some violent white boys. So we're not going to bring up the fact that Karmelo didn't run. When Karmelo did what he had to do to keep those guys off of him, he ran straight to a coach. This is what they're not telling you guys. When he took off running, he ran to a coach, and even the coach's testimony, according to the police's initial statement that they got from the witnesses, that multiple children, 4 to 5 children, was chasing Karmelo to harm him. And the teachers had to keep those kids off of Karmelo. They're not telling that part, guy. So then let me go on to say, there's rumors that Karmelo had been suspended and he wasn't supposed to be there. No, people. No, people. Let me tell you who was suspended. A.K.A. Austin Metcalf and his twin pink toe pale brother, Hunter. this shit is...
So I want y'all to know that, right? Because they did beat up their daddy and broke his arm, right? They did beat up his daddy, and break his arm. It's out there that the dad used to do that to the mom. That's out there. And these guys knew jiu-jitsu, right? That's out there. And, right? He said why Hunter went on the stand, right? Remember I told y'all, they didn't want to put him on the stand, right? Because a lot of stuff would have came out, right? This is a sad situation. I want everybody to know that. It's just sad. And let's continue.
See, last year, their father, Jeff Metcalf, his arm was broken. His sons broke his arm, bro. His sons spanked him. If you know, you know. And that's not the only thing. These are the two real thugs, bro. And they grew up in a broken home, not Carmelo Anthony. But we'll talk about that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, I tried to warn them. Running straight to the media right after it happened was their biggest mistake, but they didn't listen. You know what? Let's travel back in time right quick. Run the tape.
Because the kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So I'm not sure. Senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's my just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it. This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Hunter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry. If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I looked at my brother, and I'm not going to talk about the rest. So that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like, that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, y'all. It's sad, right? And I see people say, you don't really bring a knife to a fist fight. You don't bring a knife to a fist fight, but I don't think that's what it's about. That's just what happened to be there, right? And in the state of Texas, it's not illegal. That's just the facts, right? As you seen earlier, let me go play this video back for y'all real quick, and you'll see why that video makes sense.
Now run the tape.
You know why Hunter's not taking the stand? He's not going to pass cross-examination. The reason Hunter's not going to take the stand, and from what I hear, the dad's bought a new truck, the mom's got a new 8-bedroom house. The dad, there's already text messages about the dad bragging on going on European tours. Used to beat those boys' mom. And I'm going to tell you why they're not bringing up the fact that these both guys knew jiu-jitsu. We're not even going to worry about them not bringing it up. We don't have to bring up the fact that...
We already done seen that, but that's the reason why Hunter didn't come to the stand. Because Hunter said a bunch of inconsistent stories, and them boys on the stand, they were saying that Hunter was right there with him, right? You might not think it do, Peaches. I mean, we could agree to disagree, sweetheart. All right, I'm just giving my perspective. I'm not a lawyer, so don't take my word. I'm still learning and just trying to, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. It's a lot of inconsistencies, y'all, right? And he might be. They might find him guilty. Who knows? Who knows? They might find him guilty. It's merit there, because what we do know, Peaches, he did. He is deceased because of him. Let's go to this next clip.
Lies, lies, lies. Getting hard to think of an alibi. To the Metcalf family, y'all can't lie your way out of this one, bro. And to you, little Hunter, man, what you doing? These ain't real tears, brother. These are tears of guilt. You and your brother wanted to be bullied so bad, man, and it cost you. And the cold part is, your parents don't give a damn. To them, it's all about the Benjamins. Damn, man, check this out. A fundraiser linked to Austin Metcalf's father raised $585,179. While a separate fundraiser linked to his mother raised $190,322 because Austin's parents were not together. Separate fundraisers were organized on their behalf. Make that make sense. See, I noticed something about racist Caucasian people, man. They be having broken homes. They be having kids that hate them, but then they get on TV and they talk about Jesus. Then they get on TV and they talk about forgiveness. What you talking about, Willis? See, Mr. Jeff, I see why when that Fox reporter mentioned your name to your ex-wife, she made this face, bruh. I see why. And then she had the kids. She taking care of the kids, bruh. But you made more money than her on GoFundMe. Congratulations, Jeffrey. You played yourself. I keep telling y'all, bruh, these people ain't on shit.
Now, it's kind of disturbing to me that it's stuff out here of European tours that this guy's talking about and this different stuff like this. And it's going to make sense in a minute, y'all, because in my opinion, I'll tell y'all after that. Right, but when I show y'all this other stuff I'm finna show y'all, after I get through with this, like, it's going to blow your mind away. It's going to blow your mind away. All right.
Jeff Metcalf attended a press conference held by Karmelo Anthony's family, a move that drew criticism from some supporters of Karmelo. Critics viewed his presence as an attempt to pressure or intimidate the family during a highly public stage of the case. Make that make sense. Mr. Jeff, let's talk man to man. You should never put your hands on the mother of your kids, bruh. Out of all people, you should know that, bruh. You're old enough. You should know that. A lot of men have problems with their baby mama, their ex-wife, but you should never put your hands on the mother of your kids, bro. And then you walked into that press conference and you tried to bully Karmelo's parents. The same thing your sons tried to do to Karmelo. And if y'all feel like I'm tripping, in my comment section, tell me I'm tripping. All you had to do was do right by their mother, man. All you had to do was teach your sons how to keep their hands to themselves. But no, you wanted to be big and bad. You're not big and bad because you can put your hands on a woman. You actually soft. S-O-F capital T, soft.
Now, that is disturbing. And you have to understand, because you have two families going through it. You don't want a part of one family coming over there doing that to you. And it is documented that the dad was like that, right? And he did things like that. Thank you. I've been an idiot a lot of times before. Thanks for the compliment. I love being an idiot. This case is crazy, y'all. And y'all gonna understand, like I said, I'm about what's right is right and wrong is wrong. But we do have to be thorough about what we do. Let's continue.
According to the news reports, jurors and others in the courtroom were shown video footage related to the incident. The footage became a major part of the case as attorneys used it to support their arguments about what happened during the confrontation. Make that make sense. All I want to know is, where is the footage? You telling me we don't have not one video footage, bro, of the stabbing? Even after, bro, none of those kids recorded nothing? I can't believe that. But oh, they can show us the footage of the Julio Folio case. But oh, they can show us the footage of the YSL Young Thug case. But oh, they can show us the footage of the Diddy case. But oh, they can show us the footage of the O-Block OTF case. I can go on and on, bro. Listen, if Karmelo Anthony, bro, if he was guilty, that footage would have dropped the same day that stabbing happened. The same day that incident happened, bro, that video would have been all over social media if he was guilty. It would have been on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest. I can go on and on, bro. And if you feel like I'm lying, in my comment section, tell me I'm lying.
That's another thing people were stressing, right? And with cases, I understand that, and I'm learning that you do have to use your common sense. And it's gonna make sense in this, and I truly believe that the videos were put away somewhere, right? I'm being honest. And like I said, for them guys they mentioned, and it's a high profile case, you can't believe that it's not other videos out there. Because as kids, when the confrontation happened, start pulling at your phone, right? Now, Before I show y'all what's disturbing, man, I mean, this guy, like, I went out there, like I said, I'm for right is right and wrong is wrong, right? And I got a chance to talk to this guy right here. Great conversation. They see me as a big black dude. They thought, that I'm, they were looking at me like they thought I was going to immediately, but I'm not out there for that. I came out there to, do the right thing because you got to keep it fair because you got to understand there's two families involved. But let's get to it.
Be kind and,
Let it play out. That's how I am.
You want to give me your hand though?
Huh? The reason why I say that is because you want to get both sides because you have one side that think he's guilty and you got the other side that think it's self-defense. So you got to be fair and get both sides. And with this guy right here, like I said, he was looking at because there had been a lot of stuff going on. So, but like I said, the great thing about doing this, you have to make a person feel comfortable with you. Then you can get them to open up. Because I'm gonna ask him a question, and he ain't gonna want to answer it until we. But you'll see, and then I'll explain. Let's go.
Be kind and,
Let it play out. That's how I am.
You want to give me your handle?
Huh?
Your handle so I can give you a shout?
Oh yeah, Ray from Dallas.
Is that your name on there?
Yeah, Ray from Dallas.
Ray from Dallas right here, guys. Give him a follow. And
Shout out to you. How you doing, sir? Are you with her?
No, we just met.
Okay, so how you doing? What's your thoughts on how everything going right now?
It is what it is. I'm just out here. I'm just reporting like what's going on out here.
Yeah, that's it.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even know what's going on. I've been reporting out here.
Okay, yeah, me too. I've been reporting out here. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the case so far?
That's what I'm saying. I know a few of the facts, but I don't know them all. I don't know everything. I haven't really been following.
This is my first day up here. They said it looked peaceful out here to me, but I was saying I'm from Dallas, right? So it looked peaceful out here to me, but it looked peaceful. But what I was saying on the internet, it wasn't peaceful.
Well, that's because most people don't report peaceful.
Oh, they don't?
Right? I do.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, they just turn the camera on, and you're right, and it's peaceful out here.
I randomly just spin around.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
It is.
It's peaceful.
It really is before lunch. After lunch, it gets a little.
Oh, after lunch it gets a little rowdy.
Yeah, because everybody comes out that's been in the courtroom.
Uh-huh.
They have a long break. They go do their interviews and everything. And then everybody finds out really what's been happening in the courtroom. And some people get pissed off and other people get pissed off.
Yeah, I'm just here in peace, man. Hey, it's one of them cases, and we just gotta let it play out. That's it.
That's all you can do.
That's all you gotta do. And I want it to be peaceful, man. I want everybody to just stay peaceful. I ain't here for no ruckus. I'm just here to.
I don't like when people dodge my questions, and I just dodge your questions. Now
you see that, right? You see what he was saying. I don't like when people dodge my questions, and I just dodged your question, right? Because he didn't. You got to make. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of bullshit going on out there with both sides. Black people being racist, white people being racist. It's just the truth, right? Or not, or not even just saying it's being. It was racist words said, but not even saying that. It's just. You got white people who think he's guilty. You got black people who think it's self-defense. It's just the truth. I hate when people scared to run from the truth. We don't listen, man. We can't run from the truth, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. You and y'all gonna see me look, bro. Because I'm telling you. And y'all, I don't want to spoil it, but listen, you see, that's what I'm telling y'all. When you, because you gotta understand, you gotta understand, right? It's black folks think that black man got self-defense. White folks think that. White man that black man is guilty, right? What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with it if you truly believe it. What's wrong with that? Everybody not racist, right? Everybody not racist. So people need to stop that. What's wrong with that? If you're black and you're thinking self-defense, if you're white and you think these guilty's nothing, so people stop. Because this dude right here, he instantly thought that I was, because like, I'm a big dude, like, and I come up, he like, you see how you look, no, I don't know, and he thought that I was one of them ones who he done had problems with in the days. No, dog. I ain't up around that, fam, unless whether any color come my way with that shit, because I'm really like that. But I'm not up there on that. But it's about making people feel comfortable, right? It's about listening to them, right? Listening to them and letting them know that you are sincere about the situation, which I always truly am. But also let them know that there's no type of edge on you. And if they got some edge on them, you could talk them to bringing that edge down. I want to let y'all see this one more time and watch how I do it.
Be kind and,
Let it play out. That's how I am.
you want to give me your handle?
Huh?
Your handle so I can give you a shout?
Oh, yeah. Ray from Dallas.
Is that your name on there?
Yeah, Ray from Dallas.
Ray from Dallas right here, guys. Give him a follow. And
Shout out to you. How you doing, sir? Are you with her?
No, we just met.
Okay, so how you doing? What's your thoughts on how everything's going right now?
It is what it is. I'm just out here. I'm just reporting like what's going on out here.
Yeah, that's it.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even know what's going on.
Oh.
I've been reporting out here.
Okay, yeah, me too. I've been reporting out here. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the case so far?
That's what I'm saying. I know a few of the facts, but I don't know them all. I don't know everything. I haven't really been following.
This is my first day up here. They said it looked peaceful out here to me, but I was seeing. I'm from Dallas, right? So it looked peaceful out here to me, but it looked peaceful. But what I was seeing on the internet, it wasn't peaceful.
Well, that's because most people don't report peaceful.
Oh, they don't?
Right? I do.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, they just turn the camera on, and you're right, and it's peaceful out here.
I randomly just spin around.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
It is.
It's peaceful.
It really is before lunch. After lunch, it gets a little.
Oh, after lunch you get a little rowdy.
Yeah, because everybody comes out that's been in the courtroom. They have a long break. They go do their interviews and everything. And then everybody finds out really what's been happening in the courtroom, and some people get pissed off and other people get pissed off.
Yeah, I'm just here in peace, man. Hey, it's one of them cases, and we just gotta let it play out. That's it.
That's all you can do.
That's all you gotta do. And I want it to be peaceful, man. I want everybody to just stay peaceful. I ain't here for no ruckus. I'm just here to.
I don't like when people dodge my questions, and I just dodge your questions.
Now look, and another thing about interviewing y'all, you hear them say, "Oh, I'm about peace too." Look, that wasn't true, because they wasn't about that. They was with the shits and the other people was with the shits, and I seen them do it, right? But you don't have to. One thing, you let him say that. You let him say that and you just move on. That's not a big deal. You move on. And you also heard him say, what did I say? Oh, most people just record for the stuff like that. Not necessarily true, but okay, just feed them on. But the reason why that is, why? He didn't want to talk to me. Because he didn't think he could tell it appears to be a black man that he think Karmelo Anthony guilty. But when I explained to him, it's about the facts. It's about what that jury decide. And he said, you know what? I don't like nobody dodging my court. Here we go. Here it is right here, y'all. That's all you got to do. And I want it to be peaceful, man. I want everybody to just, stay peaceful. I ain't here for no ruckus. I'm just here to.
I don't like when people dodge my questions, and I just dodge your question. So my thoughts on it, even if
what question you dodge?
I dodged your question when you asked, like,
what's your thoughts on it?
What's my thoughts on it? Because I was like, I have been paying attention enough that I don't think it was self-defense.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I haven't seen everything the jury's seen.
I mean,
so.
hey, you got your own opinion. You
Yeah.
know, like, and I'm not here to knock nobody for their opinion because it's people who think he's guilty and there's people who think it's self-defense.
Yeah.
So tell me, you say you don't think it's self-defense? Okay, explain that, sir.
All right. So from all the witness testimony that I've seen, right, he was pushed firmly but lightly on his shoulder. That doesn't equate to being able to stab somebody, right? Just because somebody, pushed you, you can't stab somebody. Somebody can punch you in the face, you can't stab them. Like, to use deadly force, you have to be in fear of great bodily injury or death, right? And I just don't see it from all the testimony that all the witnesses
This
said.
case is tricky because
It is, yeah.
if he had a knife, and what is the knife there? But
Oh, he had a knife. They showed the picture of it.
yeah, no, that's for sure. But it also they came over there and they put their hands on, and that's the argument right there.
I get that.
So I'm gonna let it. It's a pickle.
Yep. I'm gonna let it play out there.
It's a pickle, but you say you don't think it's self-defense? Hey man, you got the right to your own opinion. We out here to judge nobody. We out here to just cover the news.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Been doing it since day one.
Yeah, and you got to handle everybody can find you on.
Yeah, I'm Sippy Cup 2 on X.
Sippy Cup 2 on X. Okay,
Spelled
okay.
like Mississippi.
Okay, Mississippi.
Yeah, with the I, not the Y.
Quicker letter. yeah. Well, you from here, Texas? You from Dallas?
I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi, shout out to Mississippi. I'm from Dallas. I'm from out here. I'm from right out here, man. Right out here. Right out here, man. I just started covering, like injustice and crime. So like you said, so he felt comfortable in telling me that, right? He don't feel like it's self-defense. What's wrong with that? Nothing. He got the right to feel how he feel, fam, and that's what's wrong with people out here. They get in their fucking feelings too much because of another motherfucker opinion, fam. Right? People feel how they feel. Who the fuck is somebody else to tell them how they feel? Right? You have conversations with them. You be objective. Right? You don't be there for confrontation when you talking to somebody unless confrontation is coming your way. Let's go to the next clip. Man, I just started covering, like injustice and crime because it was a big case going on in Massachusetts when they tried to frame Karen Reed for killing that officer John O'Keefe. Was you familiar with that? You weren't familiar with the Karen Reed case? Oh my God!
But I know she told me about a case earlier, and I didn't know it either, and she was flabbergasted. I'm like, I don't know, man.
That was one of the biggest cases because they tried to frame her, but God did the right thing, and she got free. You know who Turtle Boy is? Turtle Boy, Aiden Corner. He a 3-time award-winning journalist. He covered that case. So just look him up, man, and check out that Karen Reed case because there's a lot going on. He fighting for our First Amendment rights right now because they're trying to take that away, right? Falsely, because he did nothing. All he did was his investigation, journalism, and he got a woman free. And they tried to put fake witness intimidation on him, right? And he fighting for our First Amendment. So I really advise you to go follow Turtle Boy.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to fuck up my First and Second Amendment since I've been here.
What you mean?
Oh, I've been getting death threats since I've been here to my face.
From who?
Black Panthers out there.
But there's two sides to a story. Did y'all exchange words with each other?
No, I was standing right here. And he pulled up next to me playing fuck the police and then got out and then said it's time to spill blood while he's staring at me. I was like, all right, cool. That's why I put all my stuff on.
I mean, no, that's
like,
cool.
If you're going to say it, I'm going to get ready. Look, I'm going to believe you when you tell me what you want to do.
But you're not out here to do that, though, is you?
No, I'm out here to,
Because you see, it's high stakes out here. And like I said, you got the right to feel how you feel. Just don't pay attention to it.
But yeah, I mean, they've been recording me around because they're saying
I done seen you on there.
Yeah, they're trying to say I'm intimidating, what is her name, Neek at night or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's
like, I've seen her.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, so, I watched Neek at night. So what happened with that situation?
I don't know. She said I recorded her in a car. I'm like, no, I didn't. I don't record anybody when they're in their car because I feel like that's too private. But I was recording. I might have swiped past her car as I was recording.
But was you recording? I mean,
I could have been, but it wasn't purposely.
Because I just watched her last night.
It wasn't purposely recording her though.
So who is this Sarah woman I'm hearing about?
Yeah, that's who I'm.
That's who you with?
Yeah. She's in the courtroom doing her thing.
So
I'm out here.
And that's cool, man. But she stated last night that she didn't get no harassed by Sarah.
Sarah don't give a damn about her. I can tell you that.
And she clearly don't give a damn about Sarah either, and that's good. They both don't give a damn
Right?
about each
Like,
other.
I mean, but now Sarah has not been harassing anybody. I mean, Sarah's tired as shit just from covering this. I mean, we got to be here at like 3 o'clock in the damn morning just to get in.
I mean, that's why I didn't even try to
That's crazy.
come early. But yeah, man, it's like, you know, it's two sides to a story, and she had us side, y'all got y'all side.
But yeah, she also said that we were doing it in a parking garage, or that's a claim that's going around. It didn't come from her.
That y'all were what?
That we were fucking like harassing her in a parking garage.
Was it?
I ain't never been in a parking garage since I've been here. Like there's
I can't
the only
say I
parking
heard
garage
that.
is over there.
Okay.
But I mean, I could pull it up.
No. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying I ain't heard. I'm just talking about what I heard last night. A video of hers and.
But no, dude, I just stand here.
I mean, no, and that's fine.
Yeah, I stand here. At first, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was over there, but I was concealed carrying, and I had a shirt over it. But you know, it's hot enough to wear this. So because Sarah's got a bunch of.
He said, "Oh, he's talking about the Black Panthers." Oh my God! Oh my God! What? It took everything in me not to laugh. Y'all gotta understand. They was both of them sides were going at each other. You had the Black Panthers there. You had people who had Confederate flag. So he's like, I had my strap, but I had none of my shirt. Now I'm showing it. Because if you say you're going to do something to me, I'm going to believe it. So you ready to kill. Is that what you saying? See? You up, bro. At a courthouse, sir. Well, there was a bunch of police. But look, like I stated, we're having a great conversation. And, you know, like I say, you let people say what they. I just want to play that one part when they say the Black Panthers. Man, I just started covering, you know, like injustice and crime, because it was a big case going on in Massachusetts when they tried to frame Karen Reed for killing the officer John O'P. Was you familiar with that? You weren't familiar with the Karen Reed case in Mass? Oh my God!
But I know she told me about a case earlier, and I didn't know it either, and she was flabbergasted. I'm like, I don't know, man.
That was one of the biggest cases because they tried to frame her, but you know, God did the right thing and she got free. You know who Turtle Boy is? Turtle Boy, Aiden Corner. He a 3-time award-winning journalist. He covered that case. So just look him up, man, and check out that Karen Reed case because there's a lot going on. He fighting for our First Amendment rights right now because they're trying to take that away, right? You know, falsely, because he did nothing. All he did was his investigation, journalism, and he got a woman free. And they tried to put fake witness intimidation on him, right? And he fighting for our First Amendment. So I really advise you to go follow Turtle Boy.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to fuck up my First and Second Amendment since I've been here.
What you mean?
Oh, I've been getting death threats since I've been here to my face.
From who?
Black Panthers out there.
But there's two sides to a story. Did y'all exchange words with each other?
No, I was standing right here.
I believe him though. I believe him. But it was going on both sides. You gotta be there to see. So I believe Black Panthers over there. Who helped me? Oh. No, the closings are tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Look, let me go to this next clip of him, y'all.
parking garages up in here. Like there's
I
the
can't
only
say I
parking
heard that.
garage is over there.
Okay.
But I mean, I could go with it.
No. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying I ain't heard. I'm just talking about what I heard last night. A
Yeah.
video of hers and
But no, dude, I just stand here.
I mean, no, and that's fine.
Yeah, I stand here. At first, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was over there, but I was concealed carrying, and this I had a shirt over it. But you know, it's hot enough to wear this. So because Sarah's got a bunch of death threats. Like some dude just went to jail for 10 years for
Oh my.
death threats.
I don't think nobody needs to be up here doing that. But let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
because you say you don't think it's self-defense. So let me be objective, right?
All right.
Sitting down, all these boys come up to him, they put their hand on him. And like, what I heard so far, they said they put their hand on him. So, what's your thoughts on that?
So you're saying all these boys? I mean,
No, I said they walked up
Yeah,
on
you said
him.
all these boys
Austin
walked
though,
up on him.
but they said Austin put his hands
Yeah,
on him.
Austin did put his hand.
And you know, it's been they say it's been contradictory statements. You know, like I said, I'm looking at it from a even view.
Yeah.
I have no side in this.
Well, maybe you should check out Sarah's stuff because she actually does it. She actually does like.
No, I want to know this, but no, I want to.
Yeah.
No, I believe you. I just want to know.
I'm doing it on the
Okay,
like,
listen.
According to the thing, and this is based off of, so one of the witnesses actually role played it with the defense or prosecution. I forget. One of the lawyers. He role played it in front of the jury.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did it, it was like that.
Did you see it?
Huh?
Was you in the courtroom?
No, Sarah saw it.
I know. So that's. I know. Sarah seen it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. So yeah. So the hands did get touched.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
But then they said it was almost like a fluid motion. As he was pushed, he was stabbed, right? So if he was pushed hard, he would have had to recover and then stab. But no, they said it was like one fluid motion. It was as he was coming to push him, he stabbed him. So yes, he did touch him, but the knife was already coming at him before he even touched him. It was basically the same motion.
I haven't heard that. That's breaking news to me.
That's straight from the.
I didn't know that. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
I just know that they said what I've been getting. They touched him and he said, "You better not. I ain't got to go nowhere. You better not." And then he put his hands. Then that's what I've been hearing.
Well, so technically that's true, and that's the best type of true, right? So technically that's true because his hands, by all the accounts,
How tall are you?
touch him first 5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about 6 feet. So if I put my hands on you like that, you got the right to shoot me.
Nope.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
If you know, I'm just saying, if you feel in fear.
Nope.
Yes,
If a
you
reasonable
do.
person feels in fear.
No, but if you feel it, that's what I'm saying. If you feel in fear.
That's a law.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's still on?
I don't know what his problem is.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I really apologize.
Yeah, wasp
I'm
was
okay.
chasing him.
I just want to let you know I was on purpose. I'm a gentleman.
Well, he wanted you.
He's trying to get me up out of here.
Yeah. But,
So
where was I at?
you said you said it got to be, you got to feel fear.
There's a use of force triangle.
Yeah.
And you have to have reasonable expectation of bodily harm, like not bodily harm, but serious bodily harm, like broken arms, stuff like that. Not like a scrape or a bruise or something. So serious bodily harm or death. So that's and does that person have the capability of doing that? That's another thing that has to go into it. And then there's another one. I don't remember the other one, but I know there's another one. but let's just go with those two. If you were to push me, if you're not going for one of my weapons, I can't reasonably say, oh, he was going to grab my gun and shoot me, right? So I shot him. And a push is a deadly force.
But I mean, yeah, but that's sitting down scenario though. It's, because they say he weighed 130 pounds, and this guy was pretty big.
So there was something interesting that they brought up. The prosecution brought up. There's a listing for.
Yeah, I feel like. So I could agree with what he's saying, but what I'm telling them is the same thing. If you feel like that, right? And he's saying, this dude out here is saying he's strapped right now, and if I push him, then he ain't gonna do nothing. I have to be going for your gun. So if I push you, you don't think so? You ain't gonna do nothing. Hey, he's speaking his piece. Let's continue.
So there was something interesting that they brought up. The prosecution brought up. There's a listing for Carmelo Anthony on some like sports stats website. You know how they have those like for high school students got the sports stats, and he was listed at 167 pounds.
Oh, I don't.
So,
I mean, hey,
but I guess
that's
I mean,
something I ain't seen. You might be right.
that's something the prosecution brought up, and if they brought it up and they had proof of it, I mean, the judge wouldn't have let them show it to the jury if there weren't proof of it. So I don't know how true it is. I mean, some people lie on those things for their weight to make them seem bigger, right? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. But look, like I said, man, it's peaceful out here. I mean, like you say,
right now.
like yeah, it is right now. Like I say, people invested in this case. It's gonna be one side
I mean,
or the other, right? And look, I get it.
I can show you how it gets after. I want to show you.
I've been watching it on the news though.
But not my news.
Not your news though.
I'm literally all the way up in the middle of it all the fucking time. So you got voodoo lady, that's what I call her.
Do you think race play an issue in this?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
I don't think it was a racial thing at all.
No. I ain't saying a racial thing of the murder.
Okay.
I'm talking about covering this trial because a black kid.
Let me ask. Let me ask though. So you said murder.
No.
What are your thoughts on it?
No. I'm at, look. What's my thoughts on what?
Yes.
I haven't got all the information yet. Like I told you, I'm in a pickle right now.
Okay.
It's tough for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's tough.
Murder is the legal term for unjustified homicide.
No. This is what I'm telling you right here. I'm not a lawyer, right?
No, I'm just telling you. If you use murder, you're saying the legal term for unjustified homicide, meaning it wasn't self-defense.
Well, no.
But you're just saying the homicide.
I'm just speaking on. I don't know. It's a pickle to me right now.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I have empathy because a mother lost her child.
Yep.
Right. And I have empathy for the other side too, because it's a mother may lose her child for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
It's a strong possibility of that.
It is possible. Yep.
So,
I mean, it sucks. Both ways sucks.
So I'm here to cover the case evenly. I'm not here to pick a side. I want the evidence to play itself. But that's okay. See, but look,
all right.
But look,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But you know,
I mean, it's
a high, it's a high case, right? And you got to understand people's emotions and feelings, and like your emotions and feelings. Or everybody have the. I mean, it's a human thing when it's a case like this.
Well, actually, I'm just.
Because one side, and then it don't even matter what color you is, because it's people who my color. Thank you. It's people who my color who I see they say he's guilty. It's people his color who I say who's and God rest his soul, Austin Metcalf is people his color who I say is self-defense. Yeah. So to me, I'm not hurt with that, because I love all people, man.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think; it matters what the jury thinks.
Yeah.
Right. So.
What do you think? Because but this is why I said it's a pickle, right? Because the friend who they say he went to the 10, we say he didn't know him, and then the defense brought up a bunch of pictures of them guys being with each other. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, yeah, I am aware of that. All right, so I think did he say he didn't know him or he didn't really know him?
He said he didn't really
know him. Yeah. So I think he was dating.
So look, he said he wanted me to look at his own news, because I told him I seen the news and I seen him on there. And then he said, because I'm always in the middle of it. So I thought you just standing right there, keeping the peace, saying, "Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya." Oh, he was funny, y'all. I had a good time interviewing him. I really did. But let's go to the next clip. That was pretty big,
There was something interesting that they brought up. The prosecution brought up. There's a listing for Carmelo Anthony on some like sports stats website. You know how they have those like for high school students got the sports stats. And he was listed at 167 pounds.
Oh, I mean, hey.
But I guess
that's something I ain't seen. You might be right.
That's something the prosecution brought up, and if they brought it up and they had proof of it, I mean, the judge wouldn't have let them show it to the jury if there weren't proof of it. So I don't know how true it is. I mean, some people lie on those things for their weight to make them seem bigger, right? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. But look, like I said, man, it's peaceful out here. I mean, like you say, like it is right now. Like I say, people invested in this case. It's gonna be one side or the other, right? And look, I get it.
I can show you how it gets after. I want to show you.
I've been watching it on the news though.
But not my news.
Not your news though.
I'm literally all the way up in the middle of it all the fucking time. So you got voodoo lady, is what I call her.
Do you think race play an issue in this?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
No, I don't think it was a racial thing at all.
No. I ain't saying a racial thing of the murder.
Okay.
I'm talking about covering this trial because
So,
a black hill kid.
Let me ask. Let me ask though. So you said murder.
No.
What are your thoughts on it?
No. Look. What's my thoughts on what?
Yes.
I haven't got all the information yet. Like I told you, I'm in a pickle right now.
Okay.
It's tough for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's tough.
Murder is the legal term for unjustified homicide.
No. This is what I'm telling you right here. I'm not a lawyer, right?
No, I'm just telling you. If you use murder, you're saying the legal term for unjustified homicide, meaning it wasn't self-defense.
Well, no.
But you're just saying the homicide.
I'm just speaking on. I don't know. It's a pickle to me right now.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I have empathy because a mother lost her child.
Yep.
Right. And I have empathy for the other side too because it's a mother may lose her child for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
It's a strong possibility of that.
It's possible. Yep.
So
I mean, it sucks. Both ways sucks.
So I'm here to cover the case evenly. I'm not here to pick a side. I want the evidence to play itself. But that's okay. See, but look,
right.
but look,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But you know,
yeah. I mean, it's
a high case, right? And you got to understand people's emotions and feelings, and like your emotions and feelings. Everybody have the. I mean, it's a human thing when it's a case like this.
Well, actually, I'm just.
Because one side, and then it don't even matter what color you is, because it's people who my color. Thank you. It's people who my color who I see. Let's say he's guilty. It's people his color who I say who's and God rest his soul. Austin Metcalf is people his color who I say is self-defense. Yeah. So to me, I'm not hurt with that, because I love all people, man.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the jury thinks. Yeah. Right.
So. What do you think? Because but this is why I say it's a pickle, right? Because the friend who they say he went to the 10, we say he didn't know him, and then the defense brought up a bunch of pictures of them guys being with each other. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, yeah, I am aware of that. All right, so I think did he say he didn't know him or he didn't really know him?
He said he didn't really. He
didn't really know him. Yeah. So I think he was dating dude's cousin, right? Mm-hmm. He was dating old dude's cousin.
Well, it was.
Something like
I heard that their mother and father were real close to them, and they families used to be with each other, and he used to go and be a hang along.
Yeah.
When they went on
maybe he was lying because
that was Karmelo's girlfriend.
Man,
is them Walsh's, man? We got to give them over.
I don't even know what that was. It wasn't a Walsh. But I had a spider on my face earlier. But yeah, I don't know, man. It is what it is. Like I said, jury's making the final decision.
Yeah, you're right, and that's what I'm out here for, man. Like I said, you seem like a good guy to me.
I try to be.
Right? As long as a person, and that's how I look at people, man. As long as I don't know people. I don't know you. I don't know if you done said things. I don't know. I don't know you. I just don't know anything. Because you said you've been out here. What I know is what I see you right now.
I've been out here since last Monday, and I don't really. So when I'm recording, I don't even talk. I just kind of record what's happening. And then I put it out. Now, I have been having.
Somebody told me to ask if you know Danny.
Who?
Danny?
Danny.
Yeah, they just asking me in my chat. It's just, I don't know, because I guess people don't know who you is.
Who's Danny?
I don't know. I don't even know who I fell for this shit, because they was talking about Danny of Red House Media, because he was from Mississippi. I don't know why I asked him that time. I was just so in the zone. I just asked a question because I thought they was talking about somebody else, because the dude JLR was out there. And that's what I'm gonna show them tomorrow. Oh man, somebody said there's JLR. And he can be, no problems out there, but they, it was stories about him, right? That I heard, right? So, but like I said, after it wasn't no problem. But yeah, but I wanted to show y'all, man, it's about, getting both sides. Right? And like Lord, I say, Lord, like, hold up. If he always in the middle of it, then he says, no, it's not about race at all for him, then what in the world is he always boy, Lori, oh my God. Oh, wait, man. Oh, wait, man. And that's what got me, right? But look, he showed me respect. I showed him respect. That's what matters. Like I said, he thought, I was going to come up and be hostile to him, right? I got 20 or 30 minutes out of him. And he's seen it, like, come on, brother, speak your opinion, right? Okay, you on this side, speak your opinion. Tell the world what you think, right? That's what Turtle Boy fighting for in court. For all of us, our First Amendment rights, right? And he talking about they trying to take his First and Second Amendment. Well, you better fucking go look at Turtle Boy. What the fuck wrong with you? No, I feel you. No, that's true. And that's another thing that they've been saying, not just, with all the kids who testified, that they were Austin friends, right? They were. But I'm glad y'all still hurt, right? And that's a big deal, y'all, because they was lying on that stand. But it's up to the jury. Oh, this is a big deal right here. This is disturbing. Of what I just recently found out about an hour ago. This is disturbing, y'all. So, I want to read this with y'all real quick. Serious questions need answers. So let me get this straight. The father of the defendant is allegedly attending a social gathering with individuals connected to the prosecution and the court while one of the most closely watched trials in the country is underway. Whether this is completely innocent or not, the appearance alone is raising eyebrows and fueling public concern. The justice system depends not only on fairness, but on the public's confidence that proceedings are fair and impartial. Do y'all believe it's conflict of interest? Do you think this should be investigated? Or is this just being blown out of proportion? This picture right here with him, the father, is he the second guy? He the guy next to the guy with the gray or black sports coat on. I want to know y'all thoughts. With the judge and the DA, is this cool, y'all? With the judge and the DA, social gathering, they having fun. Is that good? I'm asking. I want to know y'all thoughts, because to me, this is terrible. If this is legit, this just came out, and somebody who put this out is incredible. Makes my spidey senses tingle. Yeah. Yeah. Dad bragging about I'm the credible source that put this out. I'm not saying this or that, but I think I seen it. Judge, let me look. Hold on, let me look it up. It looked like that's that judge. It looked like that's that judge. One second. I'm not. I don't. Let me see if that's the judge or just. Give me 1 second. If it is, it's disturbing. I'll get y'all the info. One second. But what do y'all think about his dad being in this party? Or is it saying they're showing up all of his name? Let me see what his name is. Okay, John Roach Jr. Let me look him up. John Roach Jr. Mm-hmm. Where my fucking show? I wonder if they saying judge. They say the judge and the DA. Where is it? What you pointed at? Where is that, Helen? What they post? I don't see it. Oh, you said they posted yesterday about the police and they made. Oh, the FBI is finding. I sure hope so, man. I sure hope so. I really hope so. Look, don't the JLR dude know who the GOAT is? I asked him who the GOAT was. He said he didn't know. That was funny to me. Well, I mean, he probably don't know. I mean, do we know? Do we don't know? Yeah, I sure hope so, man. Because the case in Massachusetts, bro, it's just a wipeout. How the fuck why the fuck have it took this long? That's my question. Why have it took this long? That's my question. Why have it took this long? turn my speaker off. Really.
Cops, police officers who've resigned or retired. They're called wandering cops, police officers who've resigned or retired from one department to avoid discipline, now working for another one. We discovered they're all over Massachusetts. In your experience, why do officers resign to avoid discipline?
Maybe they don't want to put themselves through what it takes to go through the disciplinary process and want to exit the system, or maybe they really want to dodge discipline and avoid accountability.
Enrique Zuniga is executive director of the Post Commission, the Massachusetts Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission. The commission certifies about 20,000 police officers in Massachusetts every 3 years. It also decertifies officers, banning them from policing. Do you think there are officers in Massachusetts working and certified that shouldn't be?
That's what we try to figure out.
We are going through the Post Commission's disciplinary list.
5 Investigates teamed up with Northeastern University's School of Journalism to analyze data from the Post Commission. We found more than 50 cases where officers resigned or retired in lieu of discipline and are now working in another job in law enforcement.
Wow.
We shared our findings with retired Boston Police Lieutenant and criminologist Tom Nolan.
Are these departments taking a risk hiring these officers?
Potentially, for sure. Take former Brewster police officer Troy Henderson, who's now a sergeant in Truro. Records reveal that in January 2021, police on Cape Cod recognized him entering a house in Yarmouth they had under surveillance for a drug investigation. When they talked with a woman who lives there, she told them Henderson was not there for drugs, but was a client of hers. She went on to say Henderson had visited her for a massage and sex, which he paid for. Henderson wrote an apology letter to his chief after the chief recommended he be fired, saying, "My pride and selfishness led to my actions." Henderson was never charged with a crime and resigned before getting fired. Months later, he found a new job at the Truro Police Department, where he currently serves as a sergeant and field training officer.
A risky hire?
I'd say a risky hire. I mean, that's someone who violated the criminal laws of the Commonwealth, even though he wasn't charged criminally. Certainly shows a lack of judgment.
Patrick Stewart is another officer accused of violating the law. He moved from Situate Police to Weymouth Police. Stewart first made the news back in 2017.
After the ceremony, the new recruits celebrated at a reception at this Plymouth hotel.
Records show after graduation day from the academy, Stewart took part in a number of celebrations. He crashed his truck after leaving the Waterfront Bar and Grill in Plymouth and was arrested for operating under the influence. Stewart resigned to avoid discipline, and the case was continued without a finding and then dismissed.
God damn.
Common disposition for first-time offenders. He's now working for Weymouth Police.
Some agencies may not be as diligent as we'd like them to be when hiring a new officer, or when an officer failing to disclose something that happened in the prior agency to the prospective agency.
Because of that, the Post Commission introduced a new restricted status last year for any officer that leaves a department for any reason.
And we want to make sure that all the information surrounding those cases are shared with the prospective agency.
We reached out repeatedly to the officers named in this report and the chiefs of their new departments. We either didn't hear back or they declined to comment. Since moving to Truro Police, Sergeant Henderson has been the subject of 2 additional internal affairs investigations. Allegations of both unprofessional conduct and neglect of duty were upheld.
That's a black motherfucker. Damn. How the fuck is all these mother? Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh Lord. Lord bless the people in Massachusetts. And I mean that what they would, man, this is terrible. Man, this is why the GOAT is so important. This is work. People can't, People cannot. It ain't nobody on this fucking planet who could tell me that this ain't the GOAT work. This is the GOAT's work. Oh, Bam Stable County. Oh man. Yeah. Post that link. Oh, let me see. How do you post the link? Oh, didn't Helen post? Let me go back to it real quick. Oh, look. I thought I pinned that shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. My boom ass shit. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. It's pinned now. That's what Helen sent me right there. It's pinned at the top. Oh wee. Oh wee. Oh my God, Matthew Four Wheels in this? Man, I know more shit about Massachusetts police than I do here. Fuck. That's the motherfucker who did that shit to Sandra Birchmore, right? Oh wee, man. Jesus Christ. And then they got that black ass police officer who was a fucking drug dealer. My take on the whole situation with the trial, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I got no hand in it, but I got no idea, man. 4712. No idea. Both sides was compared. The closing argument, man, I would wish to be a fly on that wall to hear the closing arguments. That's where the case gonna get determined to me, especially for the defense, right? Because it's a lot of things that the prosecution, they got to put everything they got on the table. They got to try to convict this guy. Even though I know the prosecution, they can come back and remind them. And like I said, he did do it. He did it. He did it. I'm saying he did it, but the thing is, closing arguments don't mean everything. And like I said, I got empathy for these families. I truly do. So I have no idea. I'm not gonna fake the funk. I just know it's gonna be hard for one of these families. I know that. It's not a lesser offense, I don't think. I think it's just first degree. But I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I'm not even gonna act like I'm the smartest man in the book. She felt the officer's name. Nah, I never look at stuff because of race, right? You know, when I was growing up, you know, like I'm not gonna sit up and act like we don't live in a racial world, but that ain't just with one particular color. It's a bunch of racist motherfuckers her in all colors, right? But I did experience racism growing up. It is racism here in the state. It's racism everywhere. Bro, I see white on white crime going on in Massachusetts. Look how the fuck them white folks trying to do the GOAT. Shout out to Tom in the building. Look how them fucking white people up there trying to do the GOAT. All them old, grungy, sloppy face, old ass white judges trying to do the GOAT, a stand up motherfucker. Take care of his kids, doing the right thing, trying to bring shit down. So people got to look at it like that too. Like, look at that, they doing them up there. Look at these white folks and what they doing up there. Because I see nothing but white judges. I see mostly white police officers. I see white police officers arrest him on some false shit. So, look, it happened. I see that shit down here with black folks with black people. That shit, it could be black on black racism, white on white, Hispanic, Indian on Indian, but it is racism out here. We can't look past that. But like I'm saying, I have no hand in this. I'm not gonna make my case out of this being race. I just do understand that it's racial tension, right? And I was there today, right? And I seen it. I seen the Black Panthers. I seen the Confederate flags. Seen all it. And I just it's a fucked up situation. It's fucked up, right? And I'm not trying to be one of them ones who bring in different scenarios on what happened, but there's scenarios out there where it could be a stand your, you can get stand your ground. There's cases out there where he could get convicted, but in Texas, it been people in Texas who really had beef where they went in the bathroom and fought. His name was Colin something it was. And he actually stabbed the dude in the bathroom, and they gave him 2 years state jail, but then they came back and gave him 10 more years. But that was real beef. Like, they really want to fight each other. So I'm right is right, wrong is wrong. Man, and everybody on her. I'm right is right, wrong is wrong. You want to believe in the justice system, but I see what's going on in Massachusetts, and I have no faith in the justice system. I still have faith in the justice system when the GOAT is free but that's when I have faith. Right? That's when I will have fucking faith in the justice system. It's crooked as shit. Look how they doing the GOAT up there. Like, I will never get over that. Save the woman fucking life. You see these crooked bitches. Helen just give me the dip on how all these motherfuckers, before they get disciplined, they go to another motherfucking place right up the road and shit. Man. Man. Donovan said this case will bring out a source of people. Yeah, it's gonna bring out a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be. Shout out to Ocean in the building. Yeah, it was shocking, Ocean, to see that, but it's, you got bad apples out here. Both sides been attacked, but she just reported doing her thing, and it is what it is. You know, it ain't is what it is, but you know, I can look at it and see, you know, it's just been problems up there, right? And I don't give a damn what color a woman was. Ain't no man in my presence finna bully that woman. They gonna have to show me what them hands look like for real, seriously. And I had to go back over there and talk to them. And like, I just said, y'all was, and the little dude, I'm like, y'all start cussing immediately, bro. So it was something. And and I'm telling y'all, them white guys that was out there, they was walking by, you know, taking videos, you know, like stuff like that, you know, but they was trying to do it in a slick way. But I talked to the one little dude, the one little white dude who had the mask over his face. He was cool at first. Then all of a sudden, I was like, oh my. Yeah, but that ain't enough. And I'm gonna tell you like this: the reason why I won't have all faith, but my faith will be renewed. You know, in the green, it won't be in the red, right? Because I know he gonna beat it, right? It's just whenever this case finally go on, I know he gonna beat it. There ain't no doubt in my mind. But this is groundbreaking. You know what I'm saying? What he doing, right? I think that's who they said it was. They had lost. Yeah. I don't really know. I know I'm in this community. Like I hear stories, right? But you know, it is what it is. He didn't give me no problems out there. Like I don't know. He was out there though. You know, I talked to him for a minute. I'm gonna probably sell that tomorrow too. But it was crazy out there, y'all. The kid with the mask in his front of the person with him. Oh man, it was funny though. It wasn't fun. It wasn't a funny situation because she felt threatened. You don't never want no woman to feel threatened. Like I wouldn't let no woman around me feel threatened by no fucking man. For real? Oh, I didn't know that. But I would never like be around somewhere and let no man like think he gonna handle a woman in front of me. No, that ain't gonna happen, fam. Especially when a set, you know, that ain't gonna happen, fam. It's just not gonna it's not gonna go well. You know, but then I went back up to them, they like, no, I'll never do that to a woman. Okay, because y'all know how to make that look. Y'all know how that it look and I couldn't believe it because I just talked to some of these guys and they were so fucking friendly with me. They didn't have that. Like I say, you got white people down there reporting who so adamant that he's guilty. You got black people down there reporting who so adamant that it's self-defense, right? It should still be respectful. You don't gotta like each other. You don't need to be trying to intimidate no side. But like I said, the guy who I talked to, I forgot his name, but who I just showed, like I said, I seen them in videos and stuff, right? And it's cool. It's his prerogative. He could, you know, do what he want to do, feel how he want to feel, right? But he showed me respect, you know, so I showed him respect back. Right? He thought I was gonna be one of them black men coming over there ready to like, raw. Nah, fam. I'm over to see, to holler at you to get your perspective. And boy, today, you know, it was it was great to be out there, right? It was great to be out there. It really was. It was great. It was a wonderful experience. And I truly see why, the GOAT at the top of the echelon and what he did. I truly see that. I understand that. I mean, I already know, but you got to go out there to feel it. Like it wasn't nothing new to me, like going up and talking to people because I'm in the boxing world, but this field is new. And I could go up and talk to people, but I see why the GOAT is the GOAT. It's no question. Top echelon type shit. For real. It's a difference. There's levels to this shit. Right? There's levels to it. Man, it was a wonderful experience. And I appreciate everybody who got a chance to tune in and watch, man. Because it's just like, being a virgin, then boom, popping that thing to the ceiling. You ain't no virgin no more. Just getting this type of stuff out the way the first time. Yeah, many people do just have the gift of gab. All right. And it was just a amazing experience, to be watching it go do what he do, then go out there like that. Mix in with the crowd, calm down, the tension, much as I could, being the voice of reason. That's all I am, man. Like, I don't know. I just gotta. I don't. I mean, like if you done been listening to me the whole time, people know my heart is good. Right? I don't take shit from like people, but it's gonna be the other side. But heart is pure gold, like for real. And when I'm down with something, I'm down with it, right? When I'm down with something, I'm down with it. Like, and this community is, man, the best. It's just the best. It's the best. And that's why we as a tribe, as a community, we got to love our neighbor, right? Everybody say the internet is the internet. But that's not true. The internet ain't just the internet. You know how many wonderful relationships, you know how many fighters, Hall of Famers I got in my phone who I could call. Yeah, like when I go to a city, it's a lot of cities I go to, I don't even have to get no hotel or nothing. So don't let people fool y'all and say the internet is the internet, right? Because it's not. In some cases it is, but real bonds, real friendships, real relationships, can be made off the internet. And just like they did up in Tennessee. That was a beautiful thing to me, to see a lot of people from the community come together. Like, burns me inside that I couldn't make that. All right, but it's always the next time though. I bet I'll be down there next year, and I hope we have I hope we have 10,000 people down there next year, cause I'm coming. I'm going to Tennessee. Hold up, next year, Tennessee, here I come. Dum, dum. I say next year I'm going to Tennessee. Hold up, in Tennessee, here I come. Oh yeah, you know, hey bro, look, let me tell you about Denver. Bro, it's the first time, you know, when we became legal, went to Denver, man, was walking on the street, felt so free, smoking that weed in front of them police just walking by like, what, big? What's on your mind? Who is that? Man, hold up. Man, that's the first place I went to when dispensaries was out, man. And, at the time of my fucking life. Right, like real talk. That's a true story. But yeah, once again, love our neighbor, man. Right, everybody, we ain't perfect. You know, we ain't gonna never be. Everybody, we ain't the same, and we ain't gonna never be. But the one thing that me talking to that dude who I know was a supremacist, right? And that's what he is. As long as he don't fuck with me or disrespect me, the guy who I had on there. What we did was, that was respect. Right? It was respect. And we had a great conversation, no matter who he was. So, just know, this life we live is short, right? Not saying it's short, but we got one life. One life. Just always learn to forgive. Right? Just remember I said forgive. You ain't never got to forget. But just forgive. That's it, because that's what make the world go round, and that's how we will be better as people, as individuals. And that's just how I'm living life. Not perfect. I make mistakes. But it's just about correcting them and make sure you don't do them over and over and over and over again. Oh, yeah? Exactly, Donovan, exactly. It's just all about respect. Hey, everybody ain't gonna like everybody's style, right? But just know, like, let's at least try to be as one, because it's always a bigger picture. And I'm definitely an example of that in this community. And that was definitely a lesson learned in this community, right? It's all about just refreshing and starting over. Don't let a person, or if a person so happen to be a certain way, so you don't know them. Yeah, let time pass by. We as people, you know what happened with us? It's what happened with us. We're so quick to judge immediately, and that's okay. We human. That's what we do, right? But I just tell everybody, give people a little more time. It may be somebody you think you don't like, man. That person might end up being like, damn, I can't believe, man, that shit will be funny as hell. You could be like, man, I ain't even like you at first. I thought you was a fucking douche bag, right? He was like 70 years old. Oh, wow. Right? But then that's what'll make it so funny because you think you know him, but you really don't. That's why I say, there's only one person perfect. That's who I believe in, right? I don't want to put my stuff on nobody else, but I believe in Jesus Christ. There's only one person who perfect, right? Everybody say, oh, don't give a person a second, a third, or fourth chance. Well, listen, if it's not that detrimental to you, if they don't do no super fuckery shit, and if they're able to be, I appreciate that. If they're able to be, show you that they better, right? Because come on, man, we quick to judge people too quickly, but it's just, man, it's all about just giving a restart, right? Man, because I love this community. And, I want this community to stay strong. And I'm telling you, I'm doing my part. I'll be the biggest fucking cheerleader. Because, my ego ain't that big to be the biggest cheerleader that want this whole community to stay vibing, right? So let's just all learn to forgive. Man, I love y'all to death. See y'all soon. I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again. Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go to Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All laces in my hand, better bag. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say a piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep. Got your
shit. It's your boy, Mr. I'm touching down from that 2, 1, 4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do.